Okay, it's a 2014 Honda Accord, right? Yep, it's my mom's. Broke down on her yesterday, so I'm pretty sure it's a coil. I believe it's P0304, so I'm going to be checking it out real quick. Do some swaptronics and get this fixed for my mom. I'm just going to go straight into the into this because I scanned it yesterday. It takes forever on Hondas to scan, so I think it's going to start raining. Yeah, P0304. I thought it was. It just wasn't. I couldn't remember because I didn't save any of this. I just did it real quick. So I'm going to see if there's some misfire counters on this. I want to try to get this to act up, and then I'm going to swap the plug and the coil over to a different spot and see if it follows. If it follows, then I'm going to move the coil back and take it from there. I'm pretty sure it's a coil, but just want to verify it 100% before I go drive the Honda and spend $150 on plugs and a coil. Not exactly sure how these Hondas monitor, so I'm going to pretty much pick up all these. Hopefully it misfires. It's been sitting, so I might actually have to let this thing warm up. But let's grab it. I think that's all of them. Yep. So this thing only misfires under load. And of course, no misfire. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. I should have done this yesterday. All right, well, I'm going to let this thing warm up. Now it's starting to come alive. I'm at 176 degrees. It's still idling, so we got some stuff going there. Let's put it in gear. I didn't see anything when I used the GTC. It's not misfiring right now. If the coil was cheap enough and it was in stock, at this point I would just throw a coil in it, but not being in stock sucks. I can't get it to misfire anymore. Oh, let it run some more. Still only got the one misfire. Come on, focus. This thing was misfiring so bad yesterday. I was hoping to get it in the act. I did use my tool for the current ramp and I didn't see anything odd. So it's number 4. It's not super detailed, so I can't really tell like turn on oscillations. But like a shorted coil, I think would probably be pretty obvious. Whoop. Like on a shorted coil, it would basically just go like this, straight up, and then that. So right now, the issue's not happening. I can't get it to misfire. That's a weird anomaly there. It's only on that one that it does that. One thing I don't like is it auto adjusts after a couple seconds. So see how short the burn time looks compared to the first screen? But they're all the same. It just auto adjusts the range. I like it better where it shows more detailed, you know, where it's a bigger thing. It might be something in the settings or whatever, but way cool. Looks good for now. I don't know. It's looking like I'm just going to pull this out, do a visual inspection first. Yesterday was hotter. Today's not as hot, so can't get it to act up. I can't Can't duplicate it. I should have looked at the scan data yesterday. I didn't have any tools with me, so I didn't have any way to swap the coils. So really I wouldn't have been able to do anything really. Not what I wanted to do. I want to do Swaptronics. I think what I'm going to do though is I'm only going to swap the coil. I'm going to swap the coil with like number 2 or something. Alright, I'm going to swap these two. See if, oh, look at that. I'm not exactly sure if that's what I think it is, but that's a little suspect. There's no oil down in there. This one kind of has that same mark, but I'll put that one in here. Put this one in here. And take it for a road test. My brother has a spare coil, and I was just there, and he forgot to tell me that he had a spare coil for this vehicle. So I'm gonna have to go back, pick it up, and I might wind up just replacing the coil for the time being, if I can't get it to act up again. I don't even know if I want to pull the plug out. Money's a little tight right now. She knows she needs a tune-up. It's got some miles on this guy, so it's definitely due for a tune-up. I'm going to pull the plug real quick. Oh no, I need a magnet. I don't have a magnet. I can get it out with this probably. Okay. It's probably gonna be nice and toasty. Ooh. Yeah, it's not cold, that's for sure. Ouch. So it is a little, looks like it's burning a little bit of oil. Normal, I guess. But yeah, and you can see all the discoloration there. This thing's so hot. I don't see any carbon tracking, but I'm looking really fast because this is hot. Ooh, this is hot. I don't see anything. I don't like the discoloration there. I don't know if this plug is actually leaking exhaust past it. That would kind of, ooh, man, that thing's hot. It would kind of explain the discoloration there. I've seen that before, where it turns it brown, burns it basically from the exhaust gases or compression gases leaking through and causing the boots to do that. And hindsight's always 20/20. I probably shouldn't have disturbed the plug at all, but I did. Yep, get it back together and go get that used coil. Alright, now after everything's been swapped, put back together, I'm surprised it didn't refresh when I cranked the key, but I never turned the key off when I swapped all that because I wanted to, didn't want to lose all my data or nothing. So, I'm going to take it for a road test now. Alright, it's kind of the best I can do. Yeah, it's sitting on the floor and I'm kind of propping it up. I don't see anything happening, but I'm going to take it on the road. And she's running good. full throttle in it. I try to drive it like my mom. She doesn't. She drives like my grandpa used to. Very slow, very safe. I'm trying to stress that coil as much as I can. Let's see. I'm just going to drive, and hopefully it stays in focus, because I need to pay attention to the road. Maybe it just needed an Italian tune-up. I'm going to put the air conditioning on because I'm pretty sure... There it goes. That's cylinder number 4. Okay, it's misfiring like crazy. Okay. It's going to go in limp. So I'm going to back up and do a U-B here in somebody's driveway. I'm taking it back immediately. So that's telling me, oh man, finally the light's on, and I got the throttle mashed down. I'm not going nowhere. What am I doing here? 5 miles an hour. Alright. So I think it's got a bad plug at this point. It seemed like as soon as I put the air conditioning on, I did have the air conditioning on a little earlier, but it didn't affect it. Now that I got it failing, that's a good scenario here to be 100%. See, now cylinder 1 is counting up. Okay, it's misfiring again. I don't know why it wasn't counting. Cylinder 1 has a misfire. Will misfire if I leave it in gear. Why is it not counting up? I mean, it's misfiring bad. Put it back in. The only thing, cylinder 1 and cylinder 4 companions. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but I've only had 5 on that one. This was missing pretty good. P0304 still current and temporary, so I just want to clear it. Whoops. Okay. Refault codes. No trouble codes. Oh. Come on there, guy. Oh. It looks at those plugs. It stayed in number 4. So at this point, I'm not suspecting a coil. I'm suspecting that plug. So since this thing needs plugs anyway, it's kind of been on the to-do list for a long time for my mom. I'm not going to fart around with this all day. I'm going to go get plugs, and now it's misfiring. There it goes. And it's in number 4 again. Alright. I guess I am going to fart around a little more. I'm going to go and I'm going to switch that spark plug with number 2, and that'll be conclusive. If it goes to number 2, it's definitely that spark plug. If I can get it to misfire again. Come Come on there, guy. All right, that's that one. And look at this one. This one looks a lot better compared. Put them side by side. I mean, you still got that discoloration down on the porcelain there, but look. So I don't like the way that looks. Particularly, it looks like that cylinder's burning some oil there. Really nothing that I can do about that. As far as I know, these Hondas love to eat up rings. Do a little swap. Take it for another road test. All right. Number 4 is still showing the 13. That's history. And let's put this guy on a road test. I want to see number 2 start the misfire. That's what I want to see. Come on, misfire. Come on. Is this gonna not misfire on me? Now the root cause of this concern may not be just the spark plug. With the way that plug looked, this might have a little bit lower compression due to ring wear. So really me putting that in a cylinder that has good compression and is not burning oil is kind of a variable there. So it might not misfire in that cylinder because of the compression that it has. But I'm positive it's a spark plug. Like I said, I'm just going to replace all the spark plugs anyway due to the mileage. It says 125,000 miles on those plugs. She's been wanting to get those plugs done for a while now. Me and my brother have been dragging our feet on it. We should have just said, I'm doing your plugs, Mom. That's kind of, I guess it's a third my fault, a third my brother's fault, and a third my mom's fault. This is my mom's car. She is ultimately responsible, but she looks to us for, what kind of condition her car is in. So we should have been a little more pressing on the issue. I cannot get this thing to misfire. That's my diagnosis, and it's what I'm going to go with. I can't get it to misfire anymore. There it is. I got new plugs for it. I'm going to throw them in, and that hole is leaking. Bummer, that one's leaking, but not misfiring, and I don't have any parts cleaner with me. Son of a bitch. But I don't know, it is what it is. Can't really do it right now. Needs a valve cover, this valve cover and the inner gasket. Now, I know it looks like crap, but it's like a, desperate attempt to keep the oil out of that. But I will clean it all off properly. when I get a new gasket for this and parts cleaner to clean it. It wasn't misfiring on there, but I don't like oil on the bottom of my coils. Pouring liquor kit in. New plugs are in it. Gonna let it warm up, take it for a nice road test, and put those in the box and label them. And that's it. Gotta put the rest of the bolts in for the vanity cover, and that's it. There it is. I don't know why it's got the one misfire there. I didn't clear any. I didn't clear it before I went. There's no codes though, so maybe that misfire was just before I dug in everything. But everything is 0. I took it for a really long road test. I got the temperature up to 200 at one point, and then I turned the AC on, and rock solid. No misfires. Runs good. That's a fix.